All right, well, today is July 3rd, 2019. Right now at 8:45 a.m., we have a temperature of 61 degrees here in the foothills of Los Angeles. The relative humidity is 80%, and the dew point is 58 degrees. We have a barometric pressure of 29.87 inches. We've got overcast conditions right on the Southern California area. We can see moisture is moving in on a no rain forecast, and of course that means that the jets are up spraying. The chemtrail aerosols, we can take a closer look at that right over here. We can see that those pockets of moisture moving in right into Southern California. Right down here is where Los Angeles is. You can see that moisture moving in, so we're going to see a lot more heavier spraying as the morning progresses. Okay, so let's get back to the real news here, and that is that we have a major hurricane, Category 4, Hurricane Barbara, with sustained winds of 145 miles per hour. The pressure hasn't changed much since yesterday. This was a borderline Category 5 yesterday with 155 mile per hour winds, and the pressure dropped quite a bit. And here we are at 939 millibar. The storm is now moving west northwest at 10 miles per hour. So let's go ahead and look at the, and of course there's another disturbance right behind it with a 20% chance of hurricane formation in 2 days. So we'll keep an eye on that. Let's go ahead and look at the cone trek for Hurricane Barbara. You can see that over the next few days it's scheduled to be moving west, right just south of the Big Island of Hawaii. So the people over there on the Big Island ought to prepare. We've seen the weather controllers run major hurricanes right up against these islands and do some strange things. We saw last year, we saw one of the hurricanes take a trek right on the inside channel here of these islands. Very strange. And so, once again, be prepared. It's very unlikely that they would run a major hurricane or any type of a hurricane over the Big Islands, or rather the Big Island or any of the other islands uh, before, not before superheating it such that the storm is basically harmless. So we'll watch this very carefully. We've seen this happen before. Right now, we're looking at the Northeast Pacific water vapor loop. There is Barbara with a very well-defined eye wall since yesterday afternoon. And we can see that system moving along. Now, there's a very strange sort of an evaporation pattern right here. So keep an eye on this. This is very odd. We've got a 939 millibar low pressure system, hurricane right there. Yet look at the moisture here just evaporating. So that means we've got high pressure installed. Look at the dark area down here as well. This is high pressure right here. And if this maintains, this high pressure right here maintains in this area, if that stays stationary, that will bump this storm further north. Let's go ahead and put the grid on. We can see what's happening. This is moving in a west-northwest direction. We can see that. And we'll have to wait and see what happens right over here, but that will push it a little bit further north and right in the path, or rather, straight towards these islands here. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Looking at the infrared loop, you can see that eye wall. It's very well defined. Now this storm is being targeted. It's being hit right on the outside of the right, not near the eye wall, but just here on the eastern side, the southeastern side. We can see some manipulation occurring, which is affecting the wind speed around that vortex. We can see the disruption right down on this area. Here is the tropical wide shot, the water vapor loop. And as I say, this was a borderline CAT 5 storm yesterday with 155 mile per hour winds, sustained winds. Notice this evaporation pattern right here. That is very, very strange when you have extremely low pressure right in this area. So this is a man-made high pressure zone. Weather controllers are going to steer this hurricane. We'll keep an eye on that. Okay, so this is a short report today. We'll keep an eye on Hurricane Barbara. Once again, we see the moisture moving into central and Southern California on a no rain forecast. And of course, that means the jets will be up spraying the chemtrail aerosols to prevent this moisture from generating any precipitation. Right now it's overcast, and outside we can see the haze, the chemtrail haze. Okay, now let's take a look at the Ocean Prediction Center. This is the swell report. We can see that off of the Southern California coast, we have 9 and 10 foot swells right along here, 7 and 8 foot swells in this area, and we have an area of 6 foot, 6 and 7 foot swells. Now down here near Hurricane Barbara, we can see 9 foot swells approaching. So this will bring some high surf to the south-facing beaches here in the next few days. Keep an eye on all that, and we'll just leave it right here. There it is, Hurricane Barbara, strong Category 4 storm. So the people on Hawaii start preparing, because you just don't know what's going to happen. These psychopaths that are controlling our weather. We can see the track here. It's going to move north and could hit the Big Island. Okay, that's it.